Just here breastfeeding my son. I want to talk about my experience with breastfeeding my son while he was sick. He got sick again last night. He just basically, he went to sleep and then he woke up like screaming. And I could tell he was, kind of, maybe had a little bit of a sore throat, maybe a little bit of an ear infection. He wasn't really pulling at his ears or anything, so I don't know what was going on. It just seems like maybe he was kind of getting a little bit of a sore throat. And so basically what I did, what I did was I just kept trying to nurse him. And he would nurse for a little bit on one boob, and then he would scream, and I would just pick him up, turn him, and put him on the other boob. And we did that pretty much all night long. It was so rough. It was just him screaming, and me picking him up and putting him on the other boob. I mean, it was so exhausting. But it helped me to realize that the nipple takes in a lot of information. Takes in a lot of information about what the child is dealing with, and it produces antibodies as a result of that information. Like, for instance, the baby might have a sore throat or whatever, and the nipple will sense that, and it will pick up on that, and then it will send antibodies right back into the baby. And so, if you're a breastfeeding mom out there and you're dealing with a baby who's sick, my best advice is you're going to need to offer that breast as many times as you can. You probably won't get much sleep, but it'll probably only last one night of the baby being, really fussy and not sleeping very well. It's not going to go on for nights on end like, babies who aren't breastfed that have to end up going to the doctor and getting antibiotics. If you will pretty much keep that baby on the boob as much as they can, and they might at first reject the boob, but just keep offering it. Just keep tempting them with it, rub it in their face, try to get them to take it, because that's what it's going to take for them to get better. As long as you can keep them hydrated and keep that milk going in, they'll be okay. Now, if it goes on for hours and they just won't take the breast, then, at that point, you monitor them, take their temperature and everything. Then you make the decision of what you're going to do. But I know if I can keep my baby feeding, that he's going to be okay. And he was pretty much better by this morning. And he's tired today and just kind of wants to lounge around and drink milk. But yeah, it was pretty much like solid hours of I would just have him on one breast. He would fuss. He would take like 2 sips, fuss. I would just pick him up, turn him around, and I would put him on the other breast. He would take about 2 sips. He would cry. I'd pick him up, put him on the other breast, just back and forth. And each time he was doing that, my breast was picking up cues about what was wrong with him, and my breast was able to manufacture antibodies and medicine to get him better and to keep him hydrated and okay. But yeah, that's how you do it. If you're the breastfeeding mom and you want to avoid going to the doctors and all that, you offer that breast as much as possible. He was sick about a week and a half ago, and at that point he was resisting the breast. He resisted it for hours. And I just kept offering it, and finally, when he took it, he was immediately better. But I think, sometimes they might have sore throat and they might be kind of weak and not want to suck. But if you'll just keep offering it, eventually they'll realize in order for them to get better, they've got to take the breast. So that's my advice. You just have to keep offering it. And it's rough. I mean, I appreciate you all's prayers and support during this time, because I didn't get much sleep last night. I was just, oh my goodness, I wanted to pull my hair out. It was so rough, but I'm glad I stuck it out, and I'm glad he's okay. But I mean, during this time of year, cold and flu season, You know, unfortunately, we get sick sometimes. We don't have access to the best quality fruits and vegetables, and so sometimes we do get sick. But anyway, if you found this video helpful, toss me a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe. I do daily vlogs about my experiences breastfeeding. I plan on practicing extended breastfeeding, and I do attachment parenting. Thanks for watching. He's just woke up from a nap, and he wanted a boobie. He's kind of in between sleeping and breastfeeding. Is it good, Milky? I just thank God for my breasts. I do not know what I would do without my breasts. Parenting would be so rough. I'd be running to the doctor all the time. I just thank the Lord for my breasts. And I do these videos to help inspire others to choose breastfeeding over formula. Formula will only cost you in the long run. Because with formula, I mean, like the boob right now is manufacturing medicine. If my baby was on formula right now, he would just have to rely on his own immune system, which could take weeks to kick in. But yeah, anyway, I'll stop ranting. I could rant all day about the benefits of breastfeeding because it's so amazing, and it's just like, I just want to tell everybody because I don't want people to have to suffer.